to talk my mind in spots where I just should just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I know this, But when I offend somebody, and depending on what it is and stuff like that, and if they get offended, like let's say like with my jokes especially, because with my jokes is where I had let that habit fly, of the most.
Yeah.
And if I say a really fucked up joke and a person's like, you know what, that you really crossed the line there, you're pissing me off. You know what, man, my bad. I didn't mean to piss you off, And I was just playing around. Sometimes I go too far. Please accept my apology. Please accept my apology, because that wasn't my intention. I was just joking around.
Yeah, just have fun.
That's how you accept the responsibility as a fucking adult. Not, well, I'll deal with it and get out your titties and quit acting like a bitch. No, that's how you start fights. And in the end, for as much as an asshole I could be, and as much as I do like fight, I like fighting and getting paid.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless there's some money at the end of it.
Yeah, these fists don't come out for free. And again, that's just part of being an adult. You know what? Am I going to throw some fisticuffs over some words that I said that you got offended by? No. I'm going to man up and be like, you know what? I'm sorry I offended you. That wasn't my intention. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes around when I'm joking around and shit. I'm not going to be like, oh, is this a joke? You got to learn to take... Nah, man. This is being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And because, this is it. No matter how much everybody wants to act like they don't have emotions nowadays, no, they do. And sometimes the shit that's being said is gonna offend people. And if you're not willing to like I said, look at the reality of that, then you're the real issue behind it, and you're a cunt, and you need to deal with your own emotions and stuff like that, and acknowledge that you actually have emotions. Yeah. You actually have feelings, and those feelings can actually get offended by words, because honestly, words are honestly powerful. Nations get moved by words. That's why fucking political leaders give their little lie speeches.
Wait, they fucking lie?
I know, right? But so just going back to the Kevin Owens shit. So yeah, he is in a character. He has to play heel. He has to be people that hate him and stuff like that. He did his job there with the lady, and her kid. Mm. The lady got offended. Now it's like, and then now all these little fanboys and shit like that are acting like, well, she needs to get over it. Yeah. She got offended. She's allowed to fucking voice that. Yeah. She's allowed to defend her kid, even if it is just a work. Mm-hmm. Because that's her freedom. That's her freedom of responding. Yeah. And also that's her obligation as a parent too. Protect her kid.
Exactly. Like I said, I'd be more upset like if someone said, "Hey, I'm your daddy," to like my kid,
and you did nothing.
Just be like, ah!
Right? Exactly.
You're fucking hilarious.
Hey man, that's a good joke there. Nah.
Like, what the fuck do you?
Then my kid would just look at me like, "Really, Dad? You're a bitch."
I think.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
He is my dad now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just it, man. Like in the end, man. Like I said, then when it comes to wrestlers and stuff too, man. Yeah, I get that that's their job and shit, but like you said, man. You look at the old time and stuff like that. Ric Flair talking about like how he got death threats and shit.
Oh yeah.
Not even just Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter when he back. I think that was the early '90s during the whole golf war bullshit. They had to change up a whole. Yep. They had to change up the whole pay-per-view event and where it was being held at and everything. Yep. Because Sergeant Slaughter was getting death threats.
Sergeant fucking Slaughter. Yeah. It was like American Patriot.
Right.
Before, it's playing a different character. Comes back and fucking kill him, motherfucker.
Right.
But yeah, you hear all kinds people almost getting stabbed and shit at fucking wrestling events back in the day because of this shit, So it's just, it's different now, but even wrestlers now need, like you said, need to understand that what you say on a mic, can affect someone.
Yep.
Because someone could be having a pissed off fucking day, and you say something to them, and they fucking snap.
Yeah.
So. That's just my feelings.
Oh, and in the end, like I said, man, it's just, what's it called? I get it. You're playing character. you know. And
Yeah.
you know, I'm not even so much attacking the wrestlers. It's more the fans.
Yeah.
You know, they need to understand that true part. You know, yeah, they're playing a character, and yeah, they're part of their character is, you know, to get the people heated and shit like that.
I guess when I say wrestlers, I'm doing a broad stroke.
Broad stroke. Okay, I
fans
see.
and wrestlers, because, you know, fans need to understand that what offends me might not offend you.
Right.
You know what? Like if a wrestler comes over, and I'm using this example, wrestler comes over to me, and it's like, you know, I'm your daddy, you know, and like it could offend me. But you next to me could be like, oh, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Right.
Let me go home and type this up and like, ha, you won't believe what this fucker said.
Right.
You know? So that's the difference. It's like what offends me might not offend you, but it still doesn't make it, you know, any less. You know what I mean? I mean, I know what's going to be said. People are going to say, well, we're just too pussy as a nation now, or...
No, what's it called? We're just too ass backwards.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even so much pussy. It's just like...
We're too politically correct.
Respect. It's not even politically correct or anything. It's respect. There's no respect anymore for anything.
Yeah.
You know? That's what... in my opinion, that's what's really wrong with not just this society as a whole here. There's no found of respect for anything anymore. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, what's it called? Like, exactly. This with that phrase alone. Well, we're too sensitive and pussy and shit. Yeah. No, because, like, you know, society has become really cunt-like and disrespectful, you know? So, I mean, like, there's that. I mean, that to me, that's what the truth of it all is. No one's being taught respect anymore. Yeah. Which, in the end, like, as much as loudmouth and I could be on this, you know, and talk shit and stuff like that, like in my own personal life when I'm teaching and shit like that, you know, that's like, or even when I'm at work and stuff, that's like one of the things I get complimented on. You know, even though you can be an asshole, you're a really respectful person. Yeah. And it's like, well, that's how I was taught, you know, not just from, you know, the parenting and stuff like that, but just even if it's my roles in martial arts and stuff. Yeah, I'll crack jokes, and when I crack jokes, I can go really overboard. No. Yeah, I know, just a tad bit, but end of the day, it just comes down to that. You know what, man? I want to be respected. Yeah. And I'm a big believer in that. You want something, you got to give it. Yeah. So I want respect. I gotta give people a turn of respect too. You know, with my friends, especially more so with my close friends and shit like that. Yeah, I'll fucking crack any joke. There's not much really that's. Or like that's not crossing the line with me and stuff like that. I'll talk about raping my friends. I'll talk about it. Yeah. You know, I'll say the most fucked up things to my friends, but at the end of the day too, like if one of my friends actually come out with, and you know what, you really offended me this time around, I'm the first one to say, like, you know, I'm the first one to take responsibility for my own error. Hey, dude, my bad. You know. Because I respect our fucking friendships. Yeah. You know? People don't do that nowadays. And like I said, you know, they say anything fucked up. The first response is, well, you just have to deal with it. Yeah. Okay, but turn that shit around. Yeah. When you get fucking offended. Oh, then you get all blood. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Well, you just have to deal with it. So it's not so much as you know, people have become too sensitive and this and that. People have lost their minds, you know, and honestly, you know, in some sense they aren't sensitive. The sensitive part is the issue, not because they're too sensitive, because there is no sensitivity no more. Mm-hmm. And it goes right back to that line. There's no sensitivity anymore because there's no foundation of respect for anything anymore. Yeah. You know, look at the riots, for one, on both sides. There's no respect for authority anymore. No. And honestly, what's it called? Like at the same time too, you know, I'm gonna be the devil advocate on both sides. If authority doesn't respect much, you know, not all authority, but there's lack of respect for authority to respect the common man nowadays too. You know, there's no respect on either sides. When you take respect out of the equation, a lot of shit's gonna go fucked up and get ugly and stuff like that. They say you say it in the ring all the we say it in the ring all the time. Hey, quit giving them that much respect. Quit giving them so much respect. You know, we say it's kind of, in some sense, I'm using an example, and it's like kind of giving, you know, kind of throwing a little bit of a negative on it, because when we say that, it's like, hey, you're not fighting them back too much and stuff like that. But that's you know, in some sense, that's what I'm talking about. So you take the respect out the window, and you beat the shit out of your opponent. Yeah, you know, in that sense, it's okay. But when you take respect out of the window, when it comes to day-to-day human interaction, shit gets all fucked up and crazy. You know, people start. It just comes down with that. You know. Like I said, you know, like again, like I said, one of the things I believe in: you want something, you give it. You know. Oh, okay. I thought the thing stopped working.
No, we're good. I'm watching that.
No, but I mean, like, you know, you don't want people to be an asshole towards you. Don't be an asshole towards people.
Exactly.
You know, the whole big shit with fucking Trump talking, you know, this shit. Even though now he's a president and stuff like that. Oh well, he people are too sensitive because he said the pussy thing and blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, yeah, he's our political leader, dickhead. He's the example, and if our own political leader has no respect towards anything,
what makes you think the rest of us are going to? Or,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh well, he's human. Yeah, that's fine and all, and I get that part. Yeah, he is human. He's you know, not just him, any of our presidents. Yeah, they're human. They're gonna fuck up every now and then, you know. But the one point, like I said, man, a lot of people, even nowadays, even though like I said, they look at him as an example of, they look at a leader, our president as the example of what the United States is. You know, if we have a two-faced fuck, you know, in the place and stuff like that, that's how they look at us. If we have a loudmouth who has no respect towards anything, that's how they look at the nation. Well, there's a bunch of loudmouths who has no respect for anything. You know. It's as simple as that. Anyway, I'm done with that fucking rant. So, boom!
That sounds pretty loud, too.
Yeah, bitches. No, I'm not done. To a point, but no, I'm going to get back to the Kevin Owens thing. So,
all right.
I mean, that's what this all comes down to, you know? I mean, like, for the most part, I haven't seen anything where Kevin Owens has, like, publicly spoken out for or against it or anything like that. I've just seen the comments of of the little fanboys and shit like that. And the fanboys need to look and realize that, you know?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
She did nothing wrong in defending her kid. Period, you know.
Nope, I don't see anything that he's responded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's it. That's what I was gonna say there too. I think I said that in the car. If he's a smart man, he shouldn't respond. Period.
Yeah.
Whether it be as an apology, or the other one where I'm just being a character. No, he should just not respond at all.
Yeah.
You know? Period. Because if he responds, either or is going to be taken negatively.
Exactly.
You know? So, his best action is to not do anything. Mm-hmm. You know? Just shut up. You know? But that's what I'm saying. Like, but as for the little groupie fanboy wrestlers, motherfuckers, you know, they need to understand that she honestly did nothing wrong.
She's just voicing.
She's being a responsible parent and voicing her opinion. Yeah. Hey, and defending her kid. Any one of us would do that shit.
It should,
you know, or should do that shit.
Yeah, not because you don't know.
Yeah,
you know, someone doesn't mean if you take the fanboys at their word.
Right.
I'm not sure they would.
No.
They'd be like, "Oh, suck it up, kid. He's just playing a character."
Yeah.
You know, and the kid's bawling his eyes out.
No, fuck that. I mean, in the end, like, I don't have a kid. You know, I'll be open with that right now.
Not that you know of.
Right. Yeah, true. No, but I don't have a kid. But this is common sense.
Yeah.
A parent defends their fucking kid.
Yeah.
You know, especially in some scenarios like that. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you defend your kid. That's your responsibility as a parent.
Yeah.
Especially a kid that young.
Yeah.
You know, if that kid was like a fucking 15 or 16 year